This is not an advert for green tea, but I do enjoy it. This is Alex of redlemonclub.com. If you don't know Red Lemon Club, make sure you go there. You might want to go there during this video chat and check out the email, check out the articles and sign up to the email list. There's a ton of good stuff there that is worth signing up for, including free stuff that you won't get anywhere else. I wanted to chat today about allergies, okay, and not allergies like sort of hay fever and getting a bunged up nose. I'm talking about this sense of resistance that we get to doing things that don't have an immediate payoff, to doing work for free. I think a lot of us, especially in the creative world, but I mean really anywhere, we have a resistance, a unwillingness to lower ourselves, at least perceptually, lower ourselves to doing things, anything that is not going to immediately pay off, especially financially, but also paying off with any immediate results. And this is what stops us from taking many of the necessary actions we really, really, really need to take to move ourselves, to give ourselves momentum, to find success, to open up opportunities, to open up doors, to make the money that we need to survive and to flourish and to thrive and to do really, really well. We're very, very, most of us anyway, very, very reticent, and I think it's a very human thing. That's fine. We want to see immediate results. We want to see money for the hours we put in. So this is why you get these kind of hate mobs that gather around on Facebook who come out to protest. You know, when there's been a company who's sort of offered to not pay an artist or to give them exposure in exchange for the work without actually paying them. This is kind of related, and I can totally understand the furor around that. I think it's a bit of a shame for bigger companies, especially to offer work to people without paying them, to offer in exchange exposure. But I think that, you know, from the perspective of the artist, who otherwise, unless you've got work otherwise that you're going to be spending your time with and getting lots of money for it, I would take those opportunities, to be honest, because exposure and attention, getting a light shone on your brand is better than nothing at all. And I think we need to be viewing exposure and attention with a much more healthy approach. Yes, those companies are probably wrong for not paying everyone in the way they should be paid for the work they do, but from your own perspective, don't shun it, don't look down on it. I would seize those opportunities. And this also applies to any kind of action to be taken that doesn't have an obvious immediate payoff, like like going out and finding clients. It involves doing many things that aren't immediately going to give you a payoff. So emailing people, calling people up, arranging sales calls with potential clients and sitting through like an hour of chat when nothing could potentially come out of that. These are all valuable things. If anything, you get the practice and you get in front of people, and they will remember you as well. But often these things will lead to deeper connections with people, and it will lead to sales down the line. And yes, you will get some rejections. Yes, you'll get some failures. Yes, you'll get some interactions with people that won't go anywhere. But this is the thing about running your own thing and doing your own you know, having your own business. It requires you to do many things. Perhaps 75% of your time is going to be spent doing things that you aren't going to be paid for immediately. And I think we need to view those actions that aren't being paid a little bit more healthily. We need to see the real value in them, because, you know, the less of it we do, the less opportunity that we bring. And you're going to have to see actions taken that don't have the payoff as being a kind of numbers game whereby you get certain hits and certain wins, and certain times you'll lose those opportunities, and that's fine. That's all part of it. So there is there's this allergy going around of being unwilling, being resistant, feeling a resistance to doing anything that we don't see an immediate payoff with. And I think that we need to switch that round. And I think the winners, especially in this modern world where there are sort of grey areas and it's not always easy to get work, but there are ways to get exposure through doing things. And there's a lot of, you know, content marketing is all about that. Content marketing involves putting out material that you take time with, that you're not going to get immediate payment for, but you're going to get that following built up and things like that. And that's really what the modern economy is all about. A lot of it, a huge chunk of what you do is going to be not immediately paid for, and you won't see immediate results, but they will all accumulate, and they will all coalesce into a sort of mass that will have much more profound effects for you over time into the long run. So you've got to see this as a long-term game, and you've got to see every action, every little tweet that you send out, every email that you send out, every door that you knock on, every sales call that you chat with people on that end up going nowhere. These are all things that kind of coalesce and accumulate into good things for you. And don't be scared of doing things for just the exposure or just an additional hit of attention. What are you going to be doing otherwise? You're going to be chilling out watching Netflix or going for a swim. All right, I don't want to belittle you guys, but this is what I would be doing. This is the kind of stuff I'm not working all the time, and there's a million and one things I do every day that I'm not being paid for. So rather than sort of rejecting and feeling like you are above stuff that you're not going to be paid for, and sort of saying no, this isn't for me. What if I'm not going to be paid for it? Why should I do it? There's a bit of entitlement there, and I am the first one to admit that I have been like that. If someone comes along and says, "Do you want to do this for a bit of exposure?" I'm going to think twice about it. I may look into it, because attention is value. Attention is money. Attention is, you want to get people looking at your stuff. The reason you're not successful is not necessarily because you haven't got a good product. There are many great artists out there who are not noticed, are not seen, are not making money, but they're not making money because they're not seen, but they make great art. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. They make great art. They're brilliant, they're geniuses, but they're not seen, they're obscure, they're in the darkness. So you've got to see attention and being noticed as being equally as valuable as doing short-term work that gets you paid quickly. See it as a long-term game, and be willing to do the things that you aren't seeing immediate payoff with. So this is one of the things I'm going to be talking about on my upcoming coaching course around getting clients, is that a lot of the actions you need to take as a creative who needs to drum up clients will feel thin. It'll feel watered down, because you're not getting an instant result. You're going to have to email like person after person, and it's like, why am I bothering? But actually each one of those has value, because you're seeing the response. If no one's responding to a particular email in a way that you've worded it, then okay, that's not working. That person isn't available. That particular industry is not suitable for my thing. So every little step that you take has value. There's information that's coming back to you. So realize the importance of doing stuff that isn't necessarily being paid, but also think about how you can actually seize that opportunity and seize the action that most people would sort of avoid, and use it to your advantage. So, for example, approaching new clients, dream clients. For example, you could offer them an hour's worth of your work for free. I know that most people would run the other direction. They'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's beneath me. I'm not going to do work for free. But think about the opportunity there. That is a huge value proposition that no other people are going to be offering. 1 hour of your time, maybe getting on a chat on a Skype for an hour to kind of introduce your stuff and to explain to them how you're going to really help them and how you're going to change their business in a good way. That's huge. That's free time for you, but there's value in there. There's attention. You're getting people to see you. So get yourself out there. Be an animal. Be a maniac. Just don't think too much about what you're being paid for. Just get out there and be willing to work for nothing, because the nothing. There is gold in the nothing, because you've taken the action. Hope that made sense, guys. If you've got any questions, email me at alex@redlemonclub.com. Make sure you go to the shop, redlemonclub.shop. Plenty of merchandise and stuff. Get yourself a Red Lemon Club t-shirt and then take a picture of yourself wearing it and send it over to me, and I'll share it. redlemonclub.shop. Buy yourself a t-shirt today. Thanks for listening, guys. I will see you tomorrow.